What's up, nerds? Welcome to Cool Nerd Show. As always, I am Steve Trezza.
Scott Burnett.
Ed Good.
Devin Burke.
And this is our first time going live Nerdcast.
Bear with us.
So bear with us. We didn't tell anyone.
No.
Basically because we don't know how this is going to turn out.
Yeah,
One or two people might show up. Is there any way to see if anybody?
I can see
shows up?
Guns
We can see
show
the
up.
chat. We can.
Is there? There's way too. We need more screens. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the chat.
Okay.
So
Nobody's here.
we're live. We got, as you see, we got some new equipment here. We've got a pretty cool show for you.
I think it's just a bunch of old equipment. So this is the first time you're seeing it,
Well,
except the mic.
first time.
And the tablet.
So as always, we're going to start our show off. We'll do our reviews, and then we'll get into top threes. We'll kind of recap last year. We'll talk about what we're going to look forward to this year, and then we've got Awesome or Lame, the section that all three of our viewers likes.
So top three, our middle segment's kind of
We'll get to
flexible.
it when we get to it.
I'm explaining because we usually do trailer talk.
We don't
But
have trailer talk.
Exactly. So that's why we're doing top three. It'd be a nice little explain it to the folks.
So how was your guys' break?
I didn't have a break.
Well,
I
break
worked.
from the show.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah,
I missed you guys.
So
Yeah.
Ed, welcome back. It's
My
been
break has
a
been
while.
extensive due to
Who are you?
life. Who are you? Yeah, but it's nice to be back.
Good.
Yes. I wish Santa brought us a bigger room to film this in.
Yes.
Other
me
than
too.
that,
Good to have you back.
we're
Actually, I
doing
think we're
boys.
moving to the couch next week.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Very
'Cause,
nice. A little more comfy.
Just a little bit. So let's kick off with our reviews.
only one.
Only one show is back.
Let's get it over.
Supergirl.
Yes.
So outside of me and Scott, did you guys watch Supergirl?
No.
I've not caught up yet.
Okay.
You don't really have to.
All right then.
Oh.
I'm jaded.
In I mean, we got a glimpse of Martian Manhunter again.
Yeah. Oh, a glimpse. He's just.
They're teasing you.
I knew they were gonna do it because they blew their CG load on the fucking one time they're gonna use him, and then he's gonna be in the season finale. And I'm actually liking the dramatic parts of the episodes more now because the fighting is so bad.
Some of it.
The fight with Non and Supergirl,
Yeah.
where they basically just zoomed in real close so you couldn't tell that it sucked. It's like
The punches
close up
that
shaky cam. That's it. That's all
The
they're fighting.
punches that she throws are like kind of
Robotic, like
Ugh.
sock 'em bop 'em robots.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Sock 'em bop 'em. I was thinking of sock 'em boppers.
You were
Sock'em
thinking
boppers.
They're more fun than a
Many
pillow.
pillow.
many a bloody noses from them.
But they're more fun than a pillow fight.
Yes, they are.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
No, I thought that the episode it's plateaued. I really hated how last week not last week, a couple weeks ago, Kat Grant found out that she was Supergirl. Like I liked that.
Yeah.
And then this episode, they kind of just like threw it out the window. They're like, just kidding.
I'm
Nah.
just glad. Well, I'm glad they picked a direction because this whole Cat Grant, she was like, "You're Supergirl, haha, I know," and Kara's like, "No, I'm not," and I couldn't take any more of that.
Yeah.
So either way they went with it. I'm just glad it's fucking over. She's just like, "You're fired if you don't tell me you're Supergirl." It's like, grow the fuck up. Like, why do you care?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, if that you got a super assistant.
But then at the end, we did see that Kara. Well, also Maxwell Lord is now kind of coming out to be more of the bad guy.
Well, if you couldn't tell that, you're an idiot.
Well, he was kind of good and bad. You know, the
He's-
over dramatic. My God.
He acts with an A, and he's very like old school villain. Like, like as soon as people turn around, he's like, and then they turn back around. He's like, "Yes, I'm helping this old lady across the street." Like, come on, it's so bad.
But we're gonna get Cyborg Supergirl.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard we're getting Bizarro Supergirl.
I think it. Oh, you think that's what that is? It's not Cyborg Supergirl.
It's confirmed. It's Bizarro Supergirl.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Well, X out Cyborg Supergirl.
Yeah.
Then
I was gonna
And
say,
insert Bizarro.
They could put
Supergirl.
all of them in there because they're just like throw in major characters as throwaways like they did with Red Tornado.
Yeah.
And then I hate how they're not cutting the Superman leash, but
I'm telling you, they're gonna bring him in.
he's not gonna show up.
He's gonna show up eventually.
He shows up in a
Even in the episode, he was like, "Do you need my help?"
That's what I'm saying.
I'm always here when you need
he
me.
shows up in a G chat, but that's all he's going to show up as, unless the ratings really, really dip. I bet they have like a scene.
Well, there was that one episode where you just saw like the back of him.
That was the pilot where you
That was
saw
the pilot.
it was
No,
the
no,
intro.
no, not the pilot. When he fought against
Yeah,
that
Reactron.
guy.
Oh yeah,
Reactron.
yeah.
He showed up.
and saved the day. And
I don't really think you're going to see
really
Superman Like, there's not going to be a.
I would think that that's something that they would absolutely bring in later seasons, though. Like,
they made such
That's
a
what I'm
big
thinking.
deal
I-
about.
They're going to bring him in.
like season 1 does okay. Maybe then we have like an Arrow, or season 2 is like great, and then they're gonna start throwing stuff, and you'll have them for like a mid-season finale stinger or a finale stinger of season 3. Like, if it makes it to season 3, then they're like, okay, people want to see Superman.
They're going to bring him in eventually.
But he's not
Unless
a
it
guy.
gets canceled.
He's not a guy you can just throw in and pull out.
But also, there's also the movie that's coming out, so I don't think they're going to show him.
I
because
honestly
of the
don't-
Batman versus Superman.
Exactly. I don't think that because like the laymen are going to be like, why is he different than the movie Superman?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that I don't get it. And it's like they would be dumb to do it. They got to just cut ties and stop mentioning him because they're not
going to do that.
They mention him but don't mention him. She's always like my cousin. It's like, fuck off, God.
Superman.
Jesus H Christ. But I want the show to be good. I'm enjoying the non-Supergirl stuff more than the Supergirl stuff. And like when she has I missed the part at the end where it was Martian Manhunter that shifted into her.
Yes.
That's what I thought because I
cool.
blinked and there was 2 Supergirls and I was like, that must be Martian Manhunter. But like he shifts into Supergirl and they both go into Cat Grant's office. She's like, I like your glasses. Oh, I like your cape. And it's just like they look exactly the same, like spitting image. And she's like, now that I see you guys next to each other, you look nothing alike. Fuck off, Ally McBeal. They look exactly alike. But I don't hate it as much as I did. I just want it to be good. Right. I'm like that parent who's like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, Supergirl. Get better.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's plateaued. Couple weeks we get all the other shows back. We'll get
do you want to do a special on the DC special that they're doing? We'll add it to the Nerdcast.
They're also doing a Captain America special very soon.
2 weeks when all the shows come back, we're getting like a Marvel and a DC special, I think.
I believe so.
And then like I heard they're showing a new Suicide Squad trailer, new BVS footage, like a whole bunch
the
of
Suicide Squad trailer is like the second week of February.
That's next week, I believe.
No. January 19th.
I thought it was February 19th.
Okay, so now we're going to get into our middle section here, which basically we're going to talk about
a year in review, top 3.
and then our anticipations. So we're going to go over our top 3 TV shows, movies, and video games of the past year. And then we're going to go over the most disappointing TV shows, movies, and video games of the past year. And then we're going to go over our 3 most anticipated of the upcoming year, because it is a new year, and we are new nerds.
So we'll take what? Top TV, go down the line.
We'll go down the line. So, Scott, let's start off with top TV shows.
Oh, that's not down the line. You would start the line, but I'll go ahead.
I'll go last since I'm the host here.
All right.
So top 3 TV shows 2015. Scott, what did you think? 3, 2, 1.
Number 3 would be The Flash. I'm not considered mixed with the first season and the last season because the first season fell in 2015 as well.
Right.
The back half of the first season was fantastic. The beginning half of the second season was all right, and you mix that together and it lands at a number 3. I think the way the season ended in season 1 is great, and it builds up to this, which hopefully the season 2 gets better. So, Flash, Jessica Jones for number 2 because it was new and something Marvel didn't really do that well or did better with. They got a villain right for once. And number 1 is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It keeps getting better consistently. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s number 1. It was good last season. It's great this season.
Really? You're going to put Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. over Jessica Jones?
Yes, because I like what they're doing this season a lot.
Okay.
So, and those Netflix ones kind of, although they're great, they suffer because we binge them.
You can go Jessica Jones over Daredevil.
Yes, because it's different.
Okay.
Oh,
it might not have to be content. I like when they try something out of the box, and Marvel's a very formula-driven company.
Yes.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is even out of their formula.
It is,
but
no, I like that. Definitely. I think Flash is a little slow this season.
Yeah, but
it'll speed up.
A bunch of
Ed, what are your top 3 TV shows for this past year?
So again, I'll go with Scott's format. I'll go number 3 first. Number 3 that I really liked, iZombie.
Really?
I really enjoyed iZombie.
All right. I've heard good things, but I've never actually watched.
It was, again, like when we go back to talk about like how we enjoy movies, that's how I enjoyed the show. Is I found myself very entertained and enjoying watching it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying it was like as awesome as, and over the top great as like season 2 of Arrow, but I'm just like, every time I watched it, I laughed. I was enjoyed by it. Like, it just kept me entertained every time I watched it. Number 2, a little obscure, is an anime, One Punch Man.
Yo, bro.
Okay, give me some there. Okay. It is hilarious. It is so entertaining. I watch it every week on Hulu that it comes out. It's on its break right now. But it was just so different as the fact that it kept you entertained. It was really funny, but it's over the top like anime should be. And then my number 1 is The Man in the High Castle.
I've heard nothing but good things about that.
I love.
What the fuck is that?
That is
it's
the
the
Amazon
show.
Prime show. Great show.
If Germany had won the war.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
were like ads got pulled off the subway
Yeah.
because it was super Nazi.
Yeah. So basically, it's what if Germany and Japan had won
That's cool.
World War II,
That's cool.
and the ending episode.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. The ending episode though has a stinger that really makes you think about the entire season
Really?
and
That's
where
cool.
it's going to go with it.
Huh.
The kind of thing that my understanding, because I never watched Lost, but kind of a similar concept to Lost.
Okay.
All right.
It's gonna go downhill real fast.
No, yeah, no. It was just watch this scene and you just go, this show is not going to go where I thought it was going to go.
Polar bear.
Yeah.
Polar bear.
So
There's a polar bear at the end of it, isn't there?
that could be it.
But
yeah,
it's like
so-
Lost. It's a polar bear.
iZombie, One Punch Man, and The Man in the High Castle.
All right.
Totally
so
unique list. That's
down to Devin. What are your top 3 television shows of 2015?
All right, start with number 3, Fear of the Walking Dead. Now, I know, yeah, I see that face.
what?
I liked it.
No,
No,
I'm
listen.
saying I liked. I just didn't think he liked it.
No, I actually thoroughly enjoyed it because, one, this is a spin-off, obviously, of like the before times, before like the zombies even happened. And it brings a new take to it, and especially better than previous Walking Dead seasons, which I know you particularly didn't like.
Yes.
So I really actually enjoy this. I like the new characters. Like, they're a lot more relatable than like the current people that we see, especially this people like now getting into zombie apocalypse mode. So I actually thoroughly enjoyed the show. I can't wait for season 2.
Because who doesn't fantasize about what the hell they would do in a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is
That's
true.
why I want I agree.
My number 2 is actually Flash.
Okay.
I actually enjoy it a little bit more. Basically, copy and paste exactly what Scott said, except put number 2 instead of number 3, basically. And for my number 1, Daredevil. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Though it did feel a little bit Batman-esque, almost like what Arrow did.
Mhm.
But the tone of it, especially Wilson
Fisk.
yes, thank you. Played a great role. A lot of great characters. Can't wait for season 2, obviously.
All right.
If I had a number 4, I'd put Daredevil there.
March 18th.
All right,
coming up.
so getting down to mine then. My number 3 was actually Ash versus The Walking Dead.
That's not the name
Evil
of it.
Dead.
That's
Evil
not
Dead, The Walking Dead. I'm sorry.
Calm
Versus
down.
the Evil Dead.
That
No
would be-
tie-in,
You
guys.
said Fear of the Walking Dead, and it fucked me up.
That would be an
my number-
amazing show. Holy shit.
Can you imagine just him and Rick
Wow.
having a conversation like groovy? It's always like scaring the walkers.
Oh my god, I would
I
watch
would-
the shit out of that
That
show.
would be fantastic.
I would put that at my 5.
Did any of you see Ash vs. the Evil Dead?
Yes.
I saw like
I
the
saw a
first
few
4 or 5
episodes.
episodes.
Very good.
Fantastic. It just finished up like not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and it was just hysterical. Even my girlfriend Laura, who I didn't think would like it, like loved it, and I was
My
like,
wife loves the show.
yeah, and I was like, wow, I'm just like, isn't the type of show that I think that you would watch, but yeah, she enjoyed it. Bruce Campbell kills it.
Oh my god, he nails it.
I knew it was going to be good, and it kind of was like right where it was at.
My favorite quote from that from the first episode is he's like, "Yeah, you like my wood," and he smacks the chick with his wooden hand. It's just like, yes,
Yeah, it was true to the movies too.
yes.
As true as it could be with the
Yeah.
rights issues that it has.
They bring back his hand comes back in one
Yeah.
episode as a bad guy. Like, it was fantastic.
Oh, that's pretty
Number 2 is got to be Daredevil. I'm gonna go a Marvel fanboy here. Got to be Daredevil. It blew me away. I thought it was fantastic. We binged it. It was great. Again, yeah, Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. He's one of the best Marvel villains that is there, and then the whole cast. The guy who played Foggy Nelson was
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep. So that's Fulton from Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, and then
Oh, shit. Yeah, it is.
my number one is Jessica Jones. It was it was great. Purple Man, David Tennant is the Purple Man. Awesome.
Like I said, one of if not the best Marvel villain.
He might be my favorite Marvel villain.
He's just so scary.
And the way the first episode ends, when like with the girl with the gun, and you're like, oh shit, and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh well, let's watch the next episode. Like
That episode was the definition of a grabber episode.
yeah. So it definitely grabbed you, it brought you in, and then Luke Cage is in it, and the fact that you didn't know a lot about Jessica Jones made it that much better, because like you didn't know what to expect, and she's such like a smaller Marvel character that you just it's great. You can go anywhere with it.
Well, the Netflix series with Marvel, they have this luxury of retroactively telling an origin story, which is great because it's not like it's not right in the beginning. It doesn't hit those beats where it's like, oh, he gets his powers, he loses his parents, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and then you tell it through flashbacks. Which is
you
fantastic.
start off with
and you kind of put it together. It's like a smarter. You put it together, and Marvel does so much better. I feel like with TV than it does with. I mean, the movies are so good,
Right.
But I just feel like they're like you said, they're kind of formulaic now.
They take the source material and they pump it into a mold and they let it sit and they pop it open and there's $1 billion. Like they've been doing it for years.
Honorable mention, I would put Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at 4 because it was great this past year and the finale of last season. And another honorable mention, Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh wow, I totally forgot
because
about that.
I mean you got to throw Game of Thrones.
Wow.
So moving right along, we're going to get into top 3 movies of the year. Scott, what were your top 3 movies of 2015?
Number 3 would be Fantastic Four. Nope, kidding. But Michael B. Jordan is in my number 3, and it's Creed.
Yeah.
Creed was fantastic. Ryan Coogler can direct anything, God willing. I don't want him to get Black Panther because that means he won't do Creed 2.
We're going to have to average these out and give the Cool Nerd Awards.
Yeah. But Creed, absolutely fantastic. It's one of those movies that has you on the edge of your seat, but it feels like a Rocky movie, but newer almost. Great.
Rocky feel.
Check it out. I loved everything. I loved everything about it. Number 2, Mad Max Fury Road, because I have not seen a movie where I was like, how the fuck did they film this? Like, there's points in that movie where there's people like actual, like legitimate practical effects of people like pole vaulting over fucking explosions, and there's a car with a flaming guitar guy chained to it. It's just so crazy. Even though the story was like there and back again with Mad Max, who cares? It was like this weird dystopian. It was great.
Reawoken Mad Max though.
Yeah,
because there hasn't been a Mad Max movie since the 80s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was great. And number 1, if you couldn't tell, is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. How is it not number 1? It's great. Just like Creed, it felt like an original with a new spin on it. It was J.J. Abrams did exactly what he needed to do. He set up these new characters while paying fan service to the old trilogy, homages everywhere, setting up 8 crazy. I'm going to see it again for a 5th time just because I want to keep theorizing about it for the next year and a half. But Star Wars: The Force Awakens, hands down, my favorite movie of 2015.
All right, Ed, top 3 movies 2015.
Top 3. I'm gonna go with number 3 is Ant-Man.
Okay,
Really?
Yeah. I was laughing through the whole movie.
Yeah.
And you have, a comic book action movie that ended up being funny, and I was happy with it because we were so worried about it with it changing directors and everything.
Everyone was worried about it.
Everybody was worried about it. And in the end, after watching it multiple times, I'm just like, I had a good time watching this movie every time. Loved it. Number 2, I'm going to go with Spectre.
Really? I'm not a big James Bond guy.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't that good.
But that's the problem. I thought it was very good. I thought it took a classic James Bond feel where we don't really have that with the Daniel Craig James Bond movies. They don't feel classic. They don't feel like, the eternal Bond. They feel like something else. But in this movie, they had a classic feel of James Bond while summarizing and pulling together the 3 previous movies, which I thought was done beautifully. Because especially in the last one, Skyfall, you barely had anything from the previous 2, which connected directly to each other. So the fact that they brought all the 3 previous movies together and Spectre, and you had a classic feel, you had one of the best Bond villains ever in existence.
Was it Adele?
Hans Stavro Blofeld.
Was that Christoph Waltz?
It was Christoph Waltz,
Yeah.
and he nailed it.
Yeah. Well,
he nailed the Christoph Waltz that he plays in every
Yeah.
one of his movies.
Christoph
Exactly.
Waltz is a fantastic actor.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
is a
fantastically
actor.
acts the same way.
But you know what? I'll watch it over and over, and like I said, it classic feel. Summarized all the other movies. Christoph Waltz nailed it. It was a great way to end the era of Daniel Craig as Bond.
I don't think it's over.
Daniel-
Debatable.
Daniel Craig is out as Bond. But anyway, so, and then to my number one, ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it, Star Wars The Force Awakens. All right, boom, there it is right there.
We'll call that one the Star Killer base because it blew up.
Ooh.
Spoilers. Sorry.
My God, another Death Star explodes. Who would have guessed?
Again,
Whoa.
again, pretty much the exact same thing that Scott said. I loved it. I felt new, refreshing, but I also got that classic Star Wars feel that I wanted. And that was everything to me. And I will go see it. I have not seen it as many times as Scott. I'm going to go see it a third time in IMAX. So
I hate sand. It's everywhere. Fucking prequels.
All right, so on to Devin. Devin, your top three.
All right, my number 3. You saw me. Goosebumps.
Really?
I really liked it. It's
I
really,
saw it. I don't think it was anywhere near the top 5.
No, I think it's top 3 in my book because this is one of those films that you're gonna see almost all the time on television. Like
It is going to be a TV.
like
Jack
you
Black
can-
Jumanji.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It basically felt like Jumanji, and that really hit me in the heart, and I really enjoyed it. Especially Jack Black. Let me tell you about Steve King.
That was the best part of the movie.
Just a constant.
All
rant about
50
Steve.
minutes of that movie. It's so short.
Should have been made for TV.
Yeah.
Still, my favorite. I like the book, so I like the movie.
All right, number
It
2.
was a good movie. I'm
Um,
not faulting you for it.
Number 2 was Star Wars in my book. Like, I know it's not as hyped as you guys did, but I still liked it, obviously. Finn, Rey, all the cast, Han Solo, for most of them.
For the record, folks, he just watched all of the movies. He wasn't previously
Yes.
Star Wars.
And also for the record, he read a spoiler hours before seeing it.
And I was
And
unhappy.
And I think that helped sway his opinion to the movie.
It's still number 2. It's still number 2.
It's still high.
I agree. I'm just saying.
I was just
I'm
throwing
saying, you
Devin
went
under
in
the
with-
bus.
You went in upset.
You guys are going to hate
I
me when
went
it
up-
comes to me.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
but
didn't
when
even
watching
put
the
Star Wars in
film,
my
though,
top
I wasn't
three.
as upset because it kind of like spoiled it along the way. So
Okay.
it's like
Yeah.
you're the son of Han Solo. So I'm like,
Spoilers!
well, whatever. Everyone's seen it now. Literally everyone's seen it now. How much is this money?
All right, go to number 1. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Disney's Inside Out. I really like that movie.
I heard it was good.
Well, we know.
Why'd you have to specify? Was there like a Rob Zombie's Inside Out this year too that we missed?
Well, I almost
that does sound like a Rob Zombie movie.
It does.
Inside
Yeah,
Out.
no, they just keep saying it over and over every time on the trailers.
It's like
and whatnot.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nobody says that.
No one says it, but only
Marvel's
Disney.
The
One.
Avengers.
But they didn't say Disney Star Wars. How would you feel if they said that out
They
loud?
didn't even put a Disney logo in there, which is great.
That's true.
They don't do it to Marvel
They
movies.
should
either.
have.
I bet
was
you there's
great.
hidden Mickeys in there.
Oh, we should search for that.
Okay, that seems like a very
In the
Devin
canteen
list.
scene.
Yeah.
Mickey
No,
You,
Mouse.
thanks.
you guys are gonna hate me. Honorable mention Star Wars.
Oh,
Force Awakens.
Oh, it's
My
cool.
honorable
Not everybody
mention
could be
was Mad
wrong.
Max. My honorable mention was
No,
Mad Max.
I'm going by movies by the way that they are. Not to say I didn't like Star Wars. I loved Star Wars, but as far as movies
At
go
least
for the year,
3/4 of the table's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that there were 3 movies that were better than it, and I'm gonna start with Mad Max. I think Mad Max was a very big surprise. It surprised everyone, and not only viewers but critics loved it too.
Mhm.
There's even talk about Mad Max getting an Oscar or being nominated for,
Okay.
I
for
can see
Best
Charlize
Picture.
Theron.
No, they were talking
really?
about
Best
nominating Mad Max
Best
for
picture.
Best,
It's getting a bunch of nods. It's like in the Golden Globes too.
which is
Wow.
for
I
the
don't see
type of
Golden Globes
movie
shit.
that is groundbreaking
Yeah.
for that type of movie.
mediocre.
It was so I thought that was great. It definitely surprised me. Number 2 is The Martian with Matt Damon.
See,
Oh,
I
you're
didn't
going
see it,
real
so
movie here.
Yes, I'm going movie because I'm a movie buff.
All right.
Number 2, The Martian. Great movie. It was fantastic. It was-
our movie.
it was-
Creed and Mad Max on there.
It was a thriller, but it was, it was kept you on the edge of your seat, and it was funny too. Good movie. Another movie could also possibly be up for Best Picture. Number 1
Periscope the movie.
that I thought that was the best movie this year was Creed. I thought when we walked.
Really?
Yes, when me and Devin walked out of the theater after seeing Creed, and we didn't review it. And we should have.
We should have.
But we didn't. But when we walked out of the movie, I was talking about how I was going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
That's how good I thought
was definitely
Creed was.
the best.
I'm the
of
only
all
one that
the
hasn't
films.
seen it then, huh?
It was fantastic. Stallone was great
You
in
can
it.
say it's a knockout.
Oh.
Oh.
He's the funny.
He I love the part where like you see the other boxers and it's just like the bell rings and their stats pop up next to them.
Yeah. Oh,
Very
and it's
Punch
like
Out.
because it'll tell you everything you need to know about that person, but like you don't get any. You just read it.
It's
you
visual
know?
storytelling.
Exactly,
It's great.
visual storytelling.
The first time that popped up, I sat up in my seat and I go, "Oh, okay, I'm ready." Like I know it tells you what the movie's gonna be like. It like locks you in.
But there's this other type of suspense to that because it's like his first fights, like he'll fight some guy and you'll be like, oh, well, this guy's kind of good. And then like he'll fight some other guy and you'll see his record is like 36-0 or something. You're like, oh, he's gonna get his ass kicked. Like it's that where it's like I like that a lot. I thought the Creed was
Stallone was funny in it too.
Stallone was good. Stallone.
Do you want to keep this? No, it's on my phone. What if it breaks? It's up in the cloud. What cloud? It's so great.
Yeah. Creed, #1 movie of the year for me. So now we're gonna get into the games. Video games of 2015. Scott, start again with you. Give us your top 3 video games.
Disclaimer, I only beat 1 out of the top 3 of my games because I don't have a lot of time. I got a full-time goddamn job. Shut up, people. Number 3, which I didn't beat, was The Witcher 3 because that game is fucking huge, but it's fantastic. And I always tell myself, I always tell myself, I'm going to pick it up again. It would have probably made #1 if I actually put time into it. But I was like, I got to keep playing it. And then I sit on my couch after work and I'm tired. I don't play games. So Witcher 3, fantastic. Number 2, Dying Light. Came out January of last year.
Yeah, it came out early.
It was by the guys who made Dead Island.
You actually did a Let's Play.
Like
one of our first videos that we did.
Go watch it.
Don't watch
If
it.
you want.
It's actually, there's funny moments in it. It's very one of our first videos, though. But it was so much fun, and I can't wait for the downloadable content. I don't really buy DLC because I'm like, fuck it. You're not getting any more of my money.
Some games you do.
This game I will, because this game was so much goddamn fun. As soon as I came home, I threw away all my responsibilities as an adult, and I killed zombies. It was great. Number 1, it's pretty obvious, Fallout 4. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's Fallout. It's great. It's even though it's more of the same, it kind of feels new. It's sort of like my number 1 in Star Wars. It's like feels old with a new twist. And plus, I like to kill people in Boston because I hate the Patriots and the Red Sox. Stupid. I'm a New York sports fan, so I hate Boston.
Downvotes from people in Boston now.
Yeah, come at
All
me.
our Boston viewers.
Come at me,
Sorry.
Boston viewers.
Cool nerd strong.
Yeah, Boston. All right, Ed. Video games 2015.
So I only got a next-gen system 2 months ago. I got it when Halo
You're
5
asking
came
us?
out. It's like 2-3 months ago.
So Halo 5 is on.
So Halo 5 is clearly on my list.
the only game you.
Loved Halo 5. That's my number 1 because I'm going backwards here. But my number 1 is Halo 5. You know, there were things about it I didn't like, but I feel like everything else about it pulled me over those dislikes. So it's one of those games that you start playing it, and then my wife comes home and I realize it's been 4 hours.
Draws you in.
It just draws you in. You know, you're sitting there playing forever, and you don't feel like it's forever.
I'm almost there. I'm at the end of Halo 4.
Yeah.
And it's such a great game because then you can have 14-year-olds tell you your sexual orientation and you didn't know. You're like, oh, cool.
And just scream.
Now that I
into the
think about it,
microphone.
I do enjoy penis in my butt. Thanks, Timmy. Your little Dorito-stained controllers in your Mountain Dew pile. Go fuck yourself. I'm not bitter. I'm not speaking from personal experience.
My then number 2.
Whoops. That's what you call an oopsie daisy.
Cornell Show is brought to you by Mountain Dew. We love you.
Sponsors?
I really liked MKX. I just got it for Christmas,
Okay.
and it's everything you want.
Did you beat it yet?
I did not beat it yet. I have not had that kind of time because I also work a full-time job and a part-time job.
Yes.
So,
Responsibilities.
yeah.
They suck.
Mhm.
Watch us more so we can get rid of them.
Yes. Yep. But I'm very entertained with it so far. And it's Mortal Kombat. Who doesn't like Mortal Kombat?
Sure.
Street Fighter fans.
Oh,
Yeah, Street Fighter fans.
Well, they can go suck it. In the words of Carrie Fisher, blow me.
So,
Fucking
Mr.
Broncos.
Video Games, Devin himself.
Yeah,
Get ready for all these Japanese games
Believe
that
it or
you've
not-
never heard of.
believe it or not, you've probably heard all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's,
All right.
it's the
Almost
upcoming
all.
ones is the ones that you
We've heard him because he was talking
All right,
about them.
so number 3 was also Mortal Kombat X for me.
Okay.
I mean, granted, the story was shorter than I anticipated, but I still had blast. Plus, all the DLC characters, plus more even coming,
Mhm.
which kind of surprised us. So I'm actually more excited for those new DLC.
Alien
characters.
Baraka.
Yeah, Alien Baraka's coming.
Better than no Alien Baraka, I'm sure.
Sure.
All right.
Better than Barack Obama.
Shut up.
Next
2008 call, man.
Cool.
Okay.
Politics.
All right. Number 2 is Super Mario Maker for me. I really enjoyed making levels, and especially playing other people's levels, especially Ross, who's from fucking Game Grumps. That guy makes levels so hard, it's fucking impossible,
I'm sorry,
and trolling.
What's his name?
Ross.
Ross from where?
He's from Game Grumps. His online name's Rubber Ross.
All right, well,
But-
give him a shout out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
the Game
Ross,
Grumps are definitely
you.
not watching.
Ross, fuck you. We love you, but fuck you. And my number 1 is Until Dawn. It's my favorite game, and there's just so much about it. Like it. No, all right, shut up.
It's not what I'm laughing at.
What are you laughing at?
No.
Is it me?
No, just keep going.
All right, whatever. Yeah, number 1, Until Dawn. Butterfly Effect through the game that you gotta like make your choices.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to save my friend. Remember,
I played it with you. It was pretty cool. I liked it a lot, actually. It's like you're playing a slasher movie.
If you play it at night, it'll consume a whole bunch of hours until dawn.
It's actually no. That's really what they say in the game. Believe it or not.
Oh, well,
But
I can write.
But I
bad video
definitely
game
recommend playing it with a friend because it's basically like watching a horror film, but interactive
It's
one.
scary.
Oh,
Yeah,
bring a
pretty
girl over and play it, and then she'll
Yeah.
grab
I'm sorry,
you
what's it
real
called?
tight.
Until dawn and chill.
Yes. Your penis will
All right,
get
Joe, you're
touched
up.
like a big
All right,
solid 40%.
I also have a full-time job, and this is kind of my part-time job.
Yes.
So I don't play as much video games as I would like. So I do have, I'm sure Fallout would be on my list, but I haven't played it yet, so I can't put it on there. And then I still have Mad Max
This is
to
called
play.
top
I still have-
hypotheticals. God damn it.
I still have, Halo 5 to play. But of the games that I did play, number 3 would be Rare Replay, which is just the big collection of all the rare games. Old rare games, and it's fantastic. Me and Devin had a blast playing it. I'm still playing some of it. I've never played Conqueror's Bad Fur Day until Rare Replay.
You guys didn't have a lot of fun watching them play it.
No, they
There's a
didn't.
lot of hateful comments
Mm.
on that one.
But yeah, it was fun. Number 2, being the huge Mortal Kombat fan that I am, I did get a huge enjoyment out of Mortal Kombat X, although I did think it could have been a little bit better. But I liked it a lot, and I'm still playing it from day to day. And number 1 is Rise of the Tomb Raider. That game was fan-fucking-tastic. Just like if you played the first one, it's the same thing with a little bit more to do, and it's just so much fun. It's a lot like Uncharted, basically. It's
Uncharted with
Well, it was
boobs.
before
Uncharted
Uncharted.
with boobs. What's up?
It was before Uncharted. It was Tomb Raider. Remember? What they
No, but
called
they
it?
copied
but the
Yeah, but
old
before-
Tomb Raiders, in my opinion, weren't that good.
Yeah, but when Uncharted came out, they just said like, "Oh, it's like Tomb Raider, but a gag version."
Yeah,
No, it's in reverse. How did that happen?
because Uncharted did what Tomb Raider didn't do, and
Yeah.
Uncharted got it right.
The
Whereas,
technology wasn't there.
yeah, and the original Tomb Raiders, I always thought were choppy and yeah.
And the thing with original Tomb Raiders is the texture mapping on the levels were so bad you could never tell when there was a doorway.
Yeah.
Everything just kind of looked like. I remember I get
Looked
trapped.
like the wall.
I got killed. I killed a tiger and I stopped the game. I was like, I don't know where the fuck to go. I picked it up 10 years later. I was like, oh, there's a door here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that. So let's get into
A quick mention though, I'll add number 3 just because I have played Mario Maker. My wife plays it a lot, and I've played it a little bit, and it is a very fun game when you're playing other people's levels.
yes.
Very frustrating, but it is very fun. So I'll throw that as my number 3.
So you and your wife bring in other people's levels to your relationship.
Yes, we do.
Very progressive. Disappointments. This is my
all right.
favorite.
So
Hey,
top
Katie.
disappointments. We might run a little long. I just don't want the camera to run out of battery because that would be terrible.
And then if it does, that's when you know the episode ended. When we disappear.
So let's get into the top 3 disappointing shows.
Quickly. I will shut up for
Yeah,
we
once.
still have a lot of show to go.
We can list them, but not rant them.
Okay.
So Scott, top 3 disappointing shows of 2015.
Number 3 shitbag is Gotham. Number 2 fart box is Arrow. And the number 1 cherry on the shit Sunday is Heroes Reborn. That show fucking disappointed me because I loved Heroes season 1.
Oh,
and
man.
Zach Levi. And you add them together and you get shit.
All right.
All right, Ed,
Very
top 3 disappointing shows of the past year.
Season 3 of Arrow is my number 3. I was very disappointed, especially since, if you call it 2015, the first half of season 3 was okay, but the second half just fucking blew. And this season, I'm So number 2, Gallivant.
Oh, I know what that is. I don't know why you watch it, but I know what that is.
It seemed like it was going to be goofy, funny, entertaining, and it just shit the horse hard. All right.
Because there's horses in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know anything about it. I thought that was a thing you were trying to make a saying. And I was like, I don't think it's going to stick.
Number 1 disappointment of mine for TV shows for 2015, Agent Carter.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I was hoping to see Peggy kick some ass, be the boss, start S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Oh, man.
It was bad.
That's an honorable
Are
mention.
you excited for season 2?
Don't talk to
Let's
me.
not
All right.
review.
Devin, top 3 disappointing TV shows of
All right.
2015.
Number 3 is Supergirl for me. Like, I know you guys say it's getting better, but I think there's more bad than good right now. So that's why I'm thinking it's number 3. 2 is Arrow, like everyone said. I'm pretty sure. Don't even repeat myself. Season 3, god awful. And number 1 for me, which I know no one's going to pick or even anyone's going to think of this, is Saturday Night Live. That show has never been funny in the past, like, goddamn 10 years. Every time they take a goddamn
The
joke,
reunion
it's
episode was amazing.
that was it.
All right. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to argue with it.
You ever see that
All right.
Rick and Morty segment where it's like a set like the 100th anniversary or whatever? It's like a piece of toast. They're like introducing the cast.
Yeah.
It's like coming back for his 25th season, Bobby Moynihan. And Rick's like, I heard Moynihan and the piece of toast have really bad off-screen chemistry.
For my big 3 disappointments of the year, as you guys have said, Arrow.
Oh man, really missed the mark.
It did. Arrow season 3 was so bad.
Yeah,
this season is
Right.
like Ed said, I agree. 2, Supergirl also. I thought it can be so good, and like at times it shows glimpses of this show that can be good, but it just never fully hits it.
Yeah.
So that's still there. And Ed, I agree with you. Agent Carter. Carter was just so bad. And it's like that's another show. It's like the first episode, everyone was like, that was all right. It was good. Give it a chance. The second episode was like, it was okay. And then the third episode, you're like, this is boring as shit.
And that's exactly what happened. If you go back and watch our review, we're like, I was definitely trying to like pull hope in each. Now going back, looking at it as a whole, wow.
Yeah. So moving on, let's go to disappointing movies of 2015. Scott, start with you.
Number 3 would be Pixels, because way to capitalize on nostalgia and just give us a big old plate of shit. It's like you put my 50 cents in the Pac-Man machine, and then I just had a guy come, his dick came out and smacked me in the face. And I was like, why did I pay for this? I fucking hated it. It was so
I don't know why
bad.
you saw it. We knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
See everything. Next is Fan 4 Stick. My fucking God.
Fan 4 Stick?
That was
Fantastic Four.
They put the 4 in the middle for the A.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
it's Fan
pronounce it
4
right.
Stick. God, Kate Mara was a zombie.
That's number 2.
Michael B. Jordan. Look, you wait till you see my number 1. Michael B. Jordan phoned it in. God, the cast was so great. They're all great fucking actors, and you give us that fucking piece of shit. And number 1 is Terminator Genesis. Oh, fucking A.
Fantastic Four. Terminator Genesis is better than Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four didn't have a fucking sweet-ass lineage, all right? Fantastic Four had 2 other shit bombs before it, so what the hell do we expect? Terminator Genesis rewrote what happened in 1 and 2, and didn't rewrite it well. It was like, now we got an Asian T-1000, and they drip acid on him, and fucking somebody sent an Arnold back to 9-year-old Sarah Connor, but they never tell us who, because they thought they were getting a fucking sequel. And then Jai Courtney is this generation, well, this half generation's fucking went with Sam Worthington, that people are just shoving him down our throats. Like, hey, he's a good actor. He's not. Stop putting him in shit. He's terrible. Fuck Jai Courtney. Then at the end, they make Arnie a T-1000. So you don't rewrite 2 great movies and then take the whole premise of the movie is I'm not outdated. I'm not useless.
I got an upgrade.
Yeah, and then you make them a T-1000. You don't disrespect the fucking past. Terminator 2 is arguably one of the best movies of all time.
Action movies.
Actually, yeah. Sci-fi.
I'm not putting it up to Schindler's List. I'm putting it up. Fuck off. It's one of the best movies of all time. And you just rewrite it and you just throw it out. Fuck you, Terminator Genesis. Whatever. You spelled Genesis some weird fucking way. God damn it. Why did?
It's okay. It's okay.
Watch the pen with the microphone.
Sorry.
Pick it up.
Yep.
Ed.
All
Most
right.
disappointing movies 2015.
So this is
Heated.
It's okay. It's all right. Whew. All right. I'm gonna start with. I think it was in 2015. I don't know. It was just. I watched.
I'll correct you if it wasn't.
Home.
That was 2015.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I
Yeah.
don't know why you watched that because it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Well, because I have this soft spot for
Bad
family
movies.
movies, and
That's
you know,
a bad family movie.
yeah. But see, like I always thought like How to Train Your Dragon was going to be terrible, and it was a great fucking movie. All right, so I watched Home. Jim Parsons, I like him in Big Bang Theory, and I was like, all right, you know what? He's putting himself behind this movie. It should be decent. Terrible.
Who was the voice of the girl? Was it like Selena Gomez or something?
Yeah, somebody worthless.
Hey,
You know.
Selena Gomez is really picking it up lately.
Who?
Selena Gomez.
Who?
Wow, just because you're not into pop culture.
All right.
Ed.
Home sucked.
I agree.
All right.
All right.
It was just awful.
It needs to
Number
come
two.
home.
Number 2
On Ed's list.
will be the Fantastic Four, Fantastic, whatever you want to call it. How hard is it to get Dr. Doom right? You put a dude in a metal mask. That's all you gotta fucking do. All right. And
Don't give him electricity powers or brain melting abilities. Like,
It's just-
what are you doing?
you know what? Because he's okay. So anyway,
We got you.
it was
We got you.
terrible, and none. I'd say maybe. Let me not say none. Only 2 of the characters in the entire film had chemistry, and
I don't even know about that.
I think he's
and-
actually
I feel
talking
like-
about the part where they did chemistry.
exactly. No. So it was a great big bag of dicks.
Yeah. Dr. Doom looked like
so-
a Google GIMP suit.
So, and my number 1 disappointing movie of 2015, Mockingjay Part 2.
Ooh,
Really?
you'll get some flames here, buddy.
Hey, that girl was not on fire in that movie. All right. So it just
I
the
didn't think it was
entire
that
movie.
bad.
I was bored the entire movie.
Didn't see it.
I wanted to take a nap. It just, and again, some of it may be the writing that they were drawing from, but I did not enjoy it. I wanted to get out of the theater. It was too long. I hated it.
I was gonna call her Nap Miss Everdeen when he said he wanted to make a nap. I just wasn't sure if it was funny.
Devin,
Yo.
top 3 disappointing movies of 2015.
All right. Number 3, I
Devin Ray.
watched.
Engaged.
Number 3, I watched 2 days ago because I was like, I wonder if this movie was
Oh.
actually good. But I see fans say it was bad. I wonder why it was bad. The movie was called Pan, which is a prequel to Peter Pan, how Peter Pan basically meets Hook and all those jokes and how he goes to Neverland. Holy shit, I didn't think they could get this wrong or how the direction even went. Because somehow in the 1900s, they're singing Nirvana songs for some reason. Makes no goddamn sense. And then all of a sudden, Tiger Lily's white. And I don't know why.
Nirvana came out in the 1900s.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
1990?
No, no,
1900s?
Listen.
Is it not?
It's 1900s.
That whole
Okay,
I guess
century is the
that's- I guess
1900s.
that's-
Peter Pan took place in 1910.
I'm thinking 20th century.
Then they're all
That's what I'm
singing
thinking. I thought it was the
Nirvana,
19th
which
century.
is from the 1990s. 80 years difference of how they get the song.
Still 1900s. I'm just saying. I'm semantics. Whatever.
Fuck you. Number 2, fan four stick, like everybody else. Insert everybody else what they said.
One.
All
right,
we know
anyway.
what Steve put at 1. Then take all the suspense out of it. Why don't you?
Number 1 for me was Pixels as well. I did see it. I just didn't want to admit to it because it was so
man.
goddamn
Kevin
bad.
James is the
I was
president.
tricked. I thought it was going to be good, but it just turned out to be another shitty Adam Sandler film.
Hey Dinklage, what are you doing in there? Get out of there.
Doesn't matter. It wasn't there for long.
The dink.
All right. My 3.
He was in there
You
a
guys,
short amount of time.
God damn it! You guys know my 1 already. My number 3 was Terminator Genesis. Although I was disappointed with it, I didn't think it was that bad until a certain point in the movie when it got bad. I still liked.
when they left the future.
Yeah,
was
when,
like a
when they
half-
left to the future.
There's a half hour of
Yeah.
passable movie and then
Yeah,
a piece of
yeah.
shit.
There are still like occasional parts in the future that were like, But like,
Oh, when they played the cops theme when they got
shut
arrested?
up! This is my part. So I liked the first part. The first part I thought was good, but then the ending was just terrible. Arnold's T-1000. I agree with you.
John Connor is a fucking Terminator. All right, go.
John Connor's a Terminator. Also,
I forgot to mention that part.
Number 2 is Jurassic World. You guys know my thoughts on Jurassic World. I know everyone liked it. That movie was fucking terrible. The end, the T-Rex and the Velociraptor team up to go after the fucking Indominus Rex, and then they bro out and walk away into the sunset. It was so terrible.
Manly romance.
What point in time did Steve get his doctorate in dinosaurs?
It
How
was
does he know how they
Yep,
were?
yep,
Were you
yep.
alive 65 million years ago?
No. Oh, really? Because in the first one, the Tyrannosaurus Rex eats the Velociraptor.
Because they were evil. They weren't evil this time.
Oh, now they're good. Now they're good.
They
The
were
good guys,
raptors.
right?
They were good raptors.
Oh yeah, they're the good
And
dinosaurs.
America always wins.
Fuck that.
Go blue.
Stupid. It was stupid. Number 1, Fantastic Four, for reasons already stated. It was just awful.
You can't have Chris Pratt
Giant-
in your worst anything.
All right, top
Comic
3.
book movies, giant pile of shit. Fantastic.
Well, hopefully Marvel is getting the rights back. I would hope.
But
Yeah,
you know
they-
they're not going to make a film anytime soon.
No, they
I don't even want them to make a film. Just put the characters in other movies.
Hey, maybe they'll make a Netflix series out of it.
I would take that.
yeah, take it all, bitch.
Fox took Fantastic Four 2 off their slate of movies.
Surprise, surprise.
It made like $59 million worldwide. It was fucking awful.
That probably didn't even cover the cost of it.
Disappointing
Oh,
video game movies. Video game movies.
Which is it?
Video games of 2015.
Disappoint-
Scat.
I have
What's
the same
yours?
studio on here twice, so don't buy anything from DICE. Number 3 is Battlefield Hardline. It was just like very mids. It was like, I love Battlefield games, and it was just like, what the fuck is this? Like the story was this weird, like Miami Vice.
Battlefield for this story.
Supposedly the story was supposed to be like, oh, it's the best Battlefield story ever. You could throw bullets and distract people. It was fucking yeah, it was weird. I don't know. You had like an infinite amount of distraction bullets, but not shooting bullets. I don't know why that bothered me. Anyway,
You're a hammer. Just use the distraction bullets.
number 2 is Evolve. I played the demo of it or the free weekend, and it was just like
I didn't hear good things.
the idea behind like players as the monsters and the people fight. It was like
They did that already. It's called
Left 4 Dead. Yeah, and I was like, Left 4 Dead with sweet ass sci-fi monsters. I'm in. It was like fucking buggy too. It was, I just didn't. I'm losing faith in Xbox Live because they get younger as I get older, and I'm tired of being called.
Well, Evolve was also on PlayStation, so don't worry.
Well, whatever. I don't like PlayStation either. So.
Hey,
Anyway, number 1.
Number 1, DICE game again. Star Wars Battlefront. Boy, was that disappointing. It's the most expensive. I spent $40 on a demo. And all the game modes are the same. It's basically like, oh, protect this droid, protect this dropship, protect this guy, protect this hero. Hey, you want to fly a ship? You could do it, but it's frustrating. You want to play as 3
I
heroes?
warned you about it, and you still bought it.
Well, I'm not smart with my money. And it was $40. It was on sale. It was $40. I was
that's
like,
how
oh.
you know when it's doing bad.
Yeah.
And then
sale
they want you to
right
spend
after.
$50 on the actual game after you buy it.
Yeah, I know, and you're probably going to do it, aren't
No,
you?
sure I'm not. I have Fallout and The Witcher to play. I got good games to play. DICE. Come on.
Dice
Really?
sucks.
Yeah. Snake Eyes both times. Isn't that bad? That's
That's
bad.
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 Yep.
Snake Eyes both time you rolled the dice. Ed?
Ed.
Yeah, so again, I didn't play very many video games, but I did play a little bit of Star Wars Battlefront with my cousins, and yeah, it's to what you said with the flying. Like,
It's hard.
it's so freaking
You get
hard.
used to it eventually.
Yeah, but still, it's like I am within my circle to bring down this freaking AT-AT. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm about to complete the circle. Sorry, you're outside of the flight path. Shoot another tow cable. No, fuck off. I got this. It's going down.
I bet it didn't.
But it didn't. So I'm going to say Battlefront.
And that's it?
Yep. 'Cause I didn't play anything
Okay.
else.
Ed.
Devin.
Dev.
Ed already went.
Devin.
Devin.
We're not a fusion.
All right, go.
Number 3 was Thank you.
Brother way. Go ahead.
Come on.
Just give us the list.
Yeah, bam. Sparkles.
Oh,
Purple vest.
List.
Number 3 was Battlefront for me as well. A $50 DLC bullshit, and also that for everyone that got the beta, you basically got the game.
Yeah.
So you were playing basically 90% of the game for free.
And it's a shell of what it used to be. Oh, Battlefront was so much fun.
Totally. well, maybe with that DLC, maybe you get the full game as it was supposed to.
It's still
be.
going to suck,
There's
and
not
I'll
gonna be-
explain when we get to mine. Keep going.
Number 2 for me, which I know I'm going to get probably a lot of hate for, is Batman Arkham Knight. I thought that was the weakest Batman of the whole series.
I liked it.
Nothing. You had to use the Batmobile the entire time, which took away from being Batman. You were not Batman. You're a guy using a tank and not harming people, which is fucking bullshit because no one could survive any of that. So Batman, in my book, was killing everybody.
I would drive a tank.
You did use the Batmobile for like 80% of the game. At least.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
annoying.
And my number 1 was The Order, which is a PS4 game.
1876 or
Yeah.
some bullshit. Like
That also came out in February at the same time around.
Yeah, I remember when that came out and tanked and got terrible.
I didn't
reviews.
think. Here's the thing:
Like
the
5
game
year
is
development,
beautiful. Like it is gorgeous. It's probably probably the best looking game on PlayStation still. But as a game, as you're hunting werewolves and other demons and stuff like that, all you're doing is shooting other people that are against you. You fight 2 wolves, and that is it. That's the game. And we're making a sequel, maybe. Bullshit.
So it's like the video game version of a hot girl. It's really nice to look at, but when you really dig deep into it, it's disappointing, it's sad, and its dad hates her.
Pretty much.
All right. As stated before, I didn't really get a chance to play as many video games as I wanted to this year. So I only
Quit
have
your job.
one disappointment, and that was Star Wars Battlefront. Because Star Wars Battlefront 2 for PlayStation 2, which came out in
and Xbox.
and Xbox original, came out in what, 2004 or something like that?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, fine.
And that game is so much better than this game. Like,
And that
how
had
does
prequel
happen?
content in it.
Yeah. True story. Just the fact that you can only be 6 here, the fact that they're chumming us for our money, and you can only be yeah. It works. You can only be 6 heroes, and you get to choose your hero. I mean, I guess some people like that. You get to choose like for which level you play on. But I thought that was stupid. I like the original and the first 2 so much better.
Well, here's something very disappointing. We
What's
actually
that?
would have gotten a Battlefield 3, like an actual one. It was 99% done. All that was left was to fix bugs, but George Lucas pulled it because it didn't have enough online players for versus because they put it all into graphics. So it's just going to be 12 versus 12 instead of the bigger number, which was, I think, like 40.
40-40, I think.
Yeah,
2020 is
Yeah,
40.
yeah, that's
Exactly. So he pulled it because he thought like
Hey,
multiplayer would be better.
I still will
which
play
is
it sometimes,
ironic
and I'll
because
have.
that's what they said with the first
Scott,
game.
I'll still play it and I'll still have fun, but I just it's just from what it was to what it is now is so bad.
Scott, what was the one game we played at your apartment? We had to like throw the bottle to run across.
Oh, The Evil Within.
Evil Within. How did that end up later? Because I was very disappointed with the beginning of that.
I didn't play it. It wasn't my game.
It's my game,
It's your
and
game?
I still because I don't have time. I still haven't had
Okay.
a chance to play
And it
It's
didn't
still
come
sitting
out.
on my
It
shelf.
didn't come out in 2015.
It didn't.
Yeah, that came out a couple years ago.
I don't know, but all right.
We are.
Up to anticipations.
Yes.
Should we do the anticipations? It might run a little.
Let's go
long.
quick. No explanations. Just run through the list.
Okay.
Because
Top
We
3
planned.
most anticipated TV shows 2016 this upcoming year. Scott.
number 3, Daredevil season 2. Number 2, Luke Cage season 1, and number 1, Legends of Tomorrow.
Ed. Top 3 most anticipated TV shows next year.
Exact same as Scott.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
For me, number 3, Twin Peaks. Number 2, Daredevil season 2, and number 1, the continuing of Walking Dead.
Oh, I also forgot to admit, I didn't know if it was airing this year, but Rick and Morty. That would be number 1 if I was sure that it was coming in 2016.
My top 3, same as you, except flip Legends of Tomorrow and Daredevil season 2. So it's Legends of Tomorrow at 3, Luke Cage at 2, Daredevil season 2 at 1. Let's get into top 3 anticipated movies of 2016. Scott.
Might need a tad explanation. Number 3 is Warcraft because it's a linchpin, and if it's good, we get more video game movies.
Fair enough.
Studios are sitting on properties, and if Warcraft is good, they're going to pull the trigger on all of them. We're going to get awesome video game movies.
Okay.
Number 2 is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I want to see more Wizarding World. And number 1, Rogue One.
All right.
Of course,
Yeah.
Mr. Star Wars.
Yep.
Ed.
Let's see Darth Vader again, goddammit.
Top 3 most anticipated games.
Movies.
Movies of 2016.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with number 3 is Fantastic Beasts because you know what?
Looking at me weird. He's got.
Who doesn't love Harry Potter? Fuck off. You also, yeah. All right.
They used to.
Who doesn't love Harry Potter? That's cool.
That's true.
You know. All right. Then I am looking forward to oh shit, just lost my train of thought.
Fantastic Beasts. You were at.
I was at Fantastic Beasts. I'm looking forward to Dawn Justice, Batman vs Superman, and I guess Suicide Squad. That's released at the end of the year, right? Yeah. And Suicide Squad.
Devin, top 3 most anticipated movies.
Number 3 is Captain America 3 for me.
Okay. Civil War.
Yes, it's still Captain America 3. That's the title for me.
They
That's
don't
what we'll go
put numbers in their titles.
Iron Man.
Except Iron Man 2 and 3. But
Anyway,
everything else doesn't have numbers.
Number 2 for me is Batman vs Superman. Even though everyone dislikes me and hates me in the comments and the trailers, I'm still looking forward to it. All right? Okay. Stop calling me fuckwads and whatnot.
You
are multiple fuckwads.
There's a guy who put...
By the way, if you'd like to join in trolling all of the haters, be my guest, because I just now every time someone comments on it and hates that video, I just
or hate it. They're probably gonna watch it and be like,
Just hate
"Oh, these people are right."
How dare they have a different opinion from mine?
All right, Devin, and
All right.
number 1.
And my number 1 is I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but it's Kubo and the Second String. Is made by the same people who did Paranorman and Coraline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and Box Trolls. Like
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Weird.
No, it's just
Kinda
stop motion.
stop-
Like,
stop
I'm not a
motion,
fan
but
of stop
I
they're
forgot the
really
name of the
good.
company.
Yeah,
the name
I
of the company's
know
on
what
it.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
Okay.
All right. My top 3 most anticipated movies for the year. Number 3 is Deadpool, because I think it looks great. It's coming up. X-Men Apocalypse, because I'm a huge X-Men fan and I have faith in Bryan Singer. And I also love all the actors within the movie. And number 1, I put number 3 here. I don't know why. Captain America: Civil War, because I mean, come on, it looks great. Now get into the video games of 2016. Scat.
Let's see how much I can piss Devin off. Mass Effect 4.
It's Andromeda, dick.
Number 2 is Gears of War 4.
Well, hold on, time out. It's Captain America: Civil War, dick. All right.
And
Gotcha, back.
number 1 is Overwatch, because
Overwatch does look good.
it's like a first-person shooter from Blizzard. It's like a
I remember now.
It's like the class-based first-person shooter.
Yeah,
It's like Team
I
Fortress.
remember seeing the trailer for it.
Blizzard
Team Fortress.
version.
Team Fortress and Shadowrun, kind of. Remember Shadowrun?
Okay, Ed.
Underrated game.
Okay, Dev.
Ed has none. All right.
That was quick.
Okay. All right. Number 3 for me is No Man's Sky.
Oh, Shenmue 3 is going to be on there.
Number 2 is Uncharted 4.
Is number 1 Shenmue 3?
No,
Oh.
it really isn't. It's Persona 5 though.
Persona. What is that? I was going to say Persona.
All yours
Grata.
had numbers.
Yeah.
All right.
No more
All the
original
movies had
content.
numbers too. There were
2 of mine are Nintendo titles, actually. Number 3 is The Legends of Zelda for Wii U. Number 2 is Pokken Tournament, which looks awesome. And my number 1, being a huge fan, Mass Effect Andromeda. Just because, I mean, come on, it's Mass Effect.
You're a big fan of them Mass.
Mass Effect 4.
All right, so that finishes our extremely long version of
Top
section
3.
of top 3.
Top 3s won't be that long because we'll only usually have 1 top 3 when we include it.
Yeah.
And it'll tie into awesome or lame in a topic.
Because that was
It's the end of the year. So,
Yeah,
we
just-
got to go
yeah.
all out.
Yep.
Let all acquaintance be.
All right,
forgotten.
another exciting segment of Awesome or Lame, where I'm going to give you guys news stories, and you're going to tell me if you thought it was awesome or you thought it was lame.
And let's try to keep it short because we are running real long, huh?
No, we're over an hour now.
Yep.
Oh, that's not that bad. I thought we were
No,
way-
actually, we're at exactly an hour.
We're
right
at an
now.
hour. We're at
Oh,
an hour.
all right. Just sit back and relax. Stop
It's not like the
complaining.
network's going to be like, hey,
Hold them.
fine.
Open up some more Mountain Dew.
Play them off. It's like the Oscars. They're going to cane us off YouTube.
Transformers 5, Michael Bay has confirmed that he is back to direct. Scott, awesome or lame?
Lame. They made all this hype about like we have this writer's room and it's all these creative people and Michael Bay's gonna come in and be like, no, I don't want any of that. Let's bring in more dinosaur robots and not explain them and then blow some shit up and Mark Wahlberg gonna drink a Bud Light in your face. And you're gonna pay $10 to see it. It's gonna make $1 billion worldwide like it does. I'm gonna see it because he knows how to cut a fucking trailer. And I'm like, you're not gonna get me this time. You're not. And the trailer comes and I'm like, oh, this one's gonna be good. And it's like your ex-girlfriend coming around in a real hot like mini skirt or something, and then you're like, oh, maybe I should give her a call again. And then she comes over in sweatpants. You're like, fuck. I'm stuck with this for two hours of my life. And then she leaves, and you never call her again until she comes out on DVD. I think that analogy went off the rails. That or I fuck movies, either one.
All right, moving on.
Oh my god. That was
Ed, Transformers 5, Michael Bay. Awesome or lame?
I'm gonna go with lame also. You know what? I enjoyed them, early on 1 and 2, and you're just beating a dead horse here, man.
A giant metal dead horse.
Giant metal dead horse
Is that
that transforms into a pile of horse shit.
How many times can Optimus Prime die?
Oh my god.
Enough.
Yeah,
I
but
stopped watching after after 3.
so here's the
was-
thing. You know what? Just let it die. That's all.
Devin, Transformers 5, Michael Bay. Awesome or lame?
I'm actually going to say awesome on this.
Why?
Here's the reason. Turtles 2,
Okay.
he put more faith into the show. You never know. He might do the same thing with Transformers.
Okay, I can. All right, I'm gonna go lame because, as I said, I didn't see the last one because I thought it looked awful.
It was.
I like
I
Mark Wahlberg.
Saw
So
the.
that's why.
I liked the first one a lot. The second one, I didn't like.
It was really racist.
It was really out
The
there.
third one put me to sleep. I watched it like on my couch like one day, like going through Netflix. It was on there. I was like, check it out, and then I watched it, and I don't even remember what happened because it was that bad.
There was an enjoyable part of 3, and it's kind of a tangent, but there was one Transformer, it was an Autobot, and he had a Target logo on. When he transformed, he had this huge gut, and it looked like one of my managers when I worked at Target, because she was this like big lumbering fat lady. And I was like, oh shit, it's Bleep, because I don't want to say her name online. That's mean.
All right, so that's that. Awesome or lame. Topic number 2. The Oculus Rift price was released and the date was revealed, and it will come out in March. And the price tag for it is $599
U.S. American dollars.
Scott, awesome or lame?
Lame. It's such a niche little gimmicky thing. It's gonna go the way that 3D TV. I don't think VR is gonna. It's like. It's not a thing that it's not widely going to be used. It's going to be a niche thing. It'll stick around. You're going to be able to buy a VR headset 5 years down the line, but there's not going to be good content for it.
I disagree with you, and I'll talk about that when I get to me.
Well, hey, I did a game design class, and I worked with an Oculus Rift, and it's real hard to make games for it.
That was a while ago.
No, it was last year. It was last September.
Technology moves fast. Ed, Oculus Rift, price and date and release date. Awesome or lame?
I'm gonna go with awesome.
All right, Ed.
Yeah. There we go. So, as with anything, you have to release the technology, in easy access for it to grow. All right. I mean, the price tag isn't absurd. It's a lot of money, but it's not absurd. How many people rushed out there and bought, PlayStation 3 for $900, with a hard drive, it sold. I mean, it didn't sell great, but it sold. And now, we have big jumps in technology. So I think it's awesome. I think with time, the price will come down and the technology will become a lot more easily available. And I think it will be it's a great starting point.
Well, one note,
I agree.
When you said people went out and bought a PlayStation 3 for $900, that's because there was a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 1 and it had a precedent of good content before. This is a new technology. You're going to drop it
set the bar somewhere.
with a $600 price tag.
That's not that much money. You're getting a full screen, HD screen
strapped to your fucking head.
Exactly.
Can we go to me?
Yes, Devin.
It's
Seizures
lame,
and
dude.
throw up.
Sorry, bro.
Thank you. What?
All right. Well, you had your hand open.
Paper beats rock.
Yes,
Paper beats
I
rock.
win. I win. Thank you.
Squeeze the
That's-
face.
Do you want to elaborate or no?
Yes, I want to elaborate. First off, back in September, the guy who initially was creating said, "Yeah, it's going to be in a ballpark around $350."
He did give a wrong.
So it came in low.
Well, he meant
Whoa, he doubled.
He meant per eye.
That makes more sense.
He's like $350.
He actually wanted us to get Saiyan Scouters.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, there's 2 of them. We got a double the price.
But anyway, yeah,
He has a
one
Cyclops
for that
for a
price.
son.
2, what it comes in bundle with, it comes with an Xbox One controller, which is the weirdest thing. Like, sure, they have a deal with Microsoft, but that's just an extra $60 that people don't need. Plus, you need a really good computer to use it. It's not just the headset itself. You need a top of the line PC to use it.
Mhm.
So if you don't have the PC, you're basically having just a dusted paperweight.
You look like you're wearing old people glasses, like when they get surgery on their eyes.
I get your point, but I'm going to say awesome because I also agree with Ed. It has to start somewhere. I don't think $600 is a lot of money, but I don't think for what you're getting for the first thing of this to come out. Look at when flat screen plasma TVs came out. Look at how much money they were.
They were TVs. They were just there. You didn't have to
it doesn't matter.
I'll give you another example.
Yeah, exactly. This is virtual reality. I've been waiting my entire life for this. Okay, it's awesome. I can't wait. It's going to take off. Someone's going to make it cheaper. It's PlayStation, Sony might their peripheral might be even better. It might be
Morpheus.
cheaper. Yeah, Morpheus or whatever. I'm sure Xbox they're going to have HoloLens. Like it's going to evolve. This is the beginning.
I would like to quickly mention
like the Wiimotes with PlayStation Move, like how that works.
All right. I would like to quickly mention that one of the other reasons I'm very excited about this is my cousin's husband. He belongs to a startup company that is developing for the Oculus.
Okay.
So I'm very excited to see what I'll be able to do with their technology.
Well, and you should be excited because as a man who works as a vet tech, you're going to see a lot of dogs with broken ribs because people are going to be spinning around, kicking the fucking dog real hard and tripping over shit and throwing up and their eyes are going to fall out. It's going to be the virtual boy.
Maybe I'll finally get that raised because we'll have, a lot more pets in there.
So many fucking injured. Somebody's stepping on the cat.
Moving on, but still in the video game genre, Nintendo has announced that it will announce its Nintendo NX before E3. Very soon. We know nothing about it.
That's why we're talking about.
Awesome or lame?
Lame. It's like it's weird out of the console life cycle. Like I don't know what the hell Nintendo's doing. They're like misstepping. They had a hit with the Wii because there's a gimmick in the Wii U. It's this weird tablet thing that didn't sell as well. And now I don't know what they're going to convert to the next gen graphics, but they've been out for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're joining the race real late, and you already put all this money into the Wii U. And like they're still developing AAA titles, like the new Zelda's coming out for it. Like I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. Yeah, poking. For those listening, I poked him. But it's just weird. It's a weird time to do it. I'd say hold off. Work on upgrading your technology till the next gen. Like fuck releasing it now. Make it even better, and then release it later.
Ed. Nintendo NX, awesome or lame?
I'm gonna go with lame. I agree with Scott. They're doing it at the wrong time.
Devin, Nintendo NX, awesome or lame?
It's totally lame. Like they wasting so much money on it.
Whoa!
Come on, man.
Didn't see that coming.
Yes, you did.
I'm also gonna say lame, actually. Mainly just because instead of announcing the announcement, why don't you just announce it?
They don't have it yet.
That's the thing, though. I don't know. I just think. It could be cool, but I don't know anything about it, so I don't really care.
More like Nintendo don't. Am I right?
Yeah.
Bring it back to the Sega days, aren't we?
All right. Next topic. New show. Titans is not moving forward now on TNT. It doesn't look like we will ever get it. So, is this awesome or is this lame?
It's awesome because DC pulls shit off TV that they're going to make movie versions of. They did it with Harley Quinn. They did it with Deadshot. And they're doing it with Titans. We're going to see, after Cyborg, we're going to get a Teen Titans on the big screen. So, awesome.
Ed?
They might announce it this week on that
Titans
special.
Not moving forward, awesome or lame?
I think it's awesome. As much in my heart, I would love to see a, Young Justice, Teen Titans-esque live-action TV show so I can have something to watch every week that, is reminiscent of, watching it. I think it wouldn't work too well. And I think they wouldn't have the budget to do it right. So I think it's lame.
Devin, Teen Titans getting pulled, awesome or lame?
I think it's awesome that it's getting pulled. Like they said, like TNT wouldn't have the budget for this. If this was more like Fox or anyone else, this would have probably been like more in the lame category. But I definitely know TNT would never have funded this, especially.
Okay.
Oh, battery's blinking. Quick.
I'm going to give mine, and then that's going to be it for the show. So I'm going to say it's also awesome because I don't know. Again, basically what you guys said. Also, we're getting Legends of Tomorrow. Damn.
Oh.
Wait, is that all gone?
No.
Oh, thank
because
God.
it's directly uploaded to YouTube. Hello. Okay, so you can still hear us. You
Yeah.
just can't see us.
Oh, that's cool.
So our battery had died on the
well, now it's a real podcast, huh?
so now it's a real podcast.
So we can continue. All right.
I guess we can continue. So the battery, we don't have any video anymore.
So you can't see our
So
beautiful
watch
faces.
this cool cat with laser beams shooting out of its eyes now.
So so we're just gonna
wrap it up real
wrap
quick.
it up right now. And because we did run a little long, so we know our time frame now is an hour and 15 minutes
Hour and
of
12
battery
minutes.
time.
Hour and 12
minutes.
minutes.
Can we just keep this thing plugged in?
That's what I was thinking.
No, let's wrap it up. All right.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying, but for the future.
Oh yeah.
One, before we leave, congratulations to Star Wars: The Force Awakens for being the highest grossing domestic movie of all time. Fuck Avatar. I really hope it beats the worldwide.
And
record.
we will see you guys hopefully next week. And if you're listening on iTunes, please check out
Rate and review. It
rate,
makes us
review,
more
and-
visible. I don't know
and-
why I'm looking at the camera.
and check out
Muscle man.
check out our YouTube channel. Please like, favorite, and subscribe if you're on YouTube and you're still here.
Thank you.
And check out all of our social networks as well.
we have a whole
So
zero
we will
viewers.
see
Thanks for
you
joining
over
us
there.
live.